Got a bone to pick with you, WWE. WWE had announced that they were moving to ESPN in 2026 initially, which I covered before in an earlier video, but they have recently, I think either yesterday or 2 days ago, announced Wrestlepalooza, which is going to be on ESPN September 12th this year. So you lied. That's cool. That's cool. You know, let's just hurry it along. You know, rip the band-aid off now. We're going from a $5 like or 5 something price tag, I think, with like the PLEs that were on Peacock to a $30 a month increase being on ESPN in the US. That just means, like I said, it's gonna be VPN time. Like I'm just gonna be running Netflix in the VPN. To see now that they're kind of going ahead with pricing out now the pay-per-views again, kind of back at a premium with that $30, kind of makes, you know, it makes the accessibility of everything once again at a different tier. I think for a lot of people who might have, you know, been able to use Peacock as not just a general like thing for programming and stuff, and it's really cheap and a great entry point, they were also able to actually keep up with the storylines and stuff like that. I remember when back in the day when the pay-per-views were like $60 each or whatever, or $50 each, like I saw some of the pay-per-views and I had to keep up with Raw as a kid because, you know, getting $60 a month for a pay-per-view, bro, is kind of crazy, especially if you were watching from like that 2006 or 2008 to 2000 you know, like 11 and 12. Not all those pay-per-views are worth $60. I think WWE with the TKO merger and stuff like that has really, I think this is kind of the final nail in the coffin for the direction they want to head into. They want to become more of an enthusiast hobby. They want to become that Super Bowl tourist event destination hobby, kind of like comic books and like shoes and stuff like that. I guess it's going to become kind of one of those things, and I'm still someone who will support indie wrestling and stuff like that. It does suck for WWE to make decisions like this, or, you know, their parent company or whatever, to make distribution decisions like this, because it really does hurt the people who I think really enjoy wrestling and have propelled wrestling up, which is like us kind of common like working men people who've been able to afford those smaller indie shows to go to consistently because it's something nice, fun, and cheap to always go to, you know, once a month or something. And then, you know, when the big wrestling would come to town, or like whatever the big wrestling was in that area, you know what I mean? Like everyone would be able to go because there'd be prices, you know, affordable for everybody.